When the Second World War ended in 1945, the Axis power was defeated, and the Japanese army, along with the Azad Hind Fauj, was defeated. The Azad Hind Fauj never surrendered, but it was captured by British army. Although the British army had reached the brink of defeat, and it was almost to surrender in Kohima and Imphal. But due to a sudden turn of fate, due to a natural calamity, the Azadin Fauj did not succeed, unfortunately, and that changed the course of history of India. Now, when the soldiers of Azadin Fauj were captured in Burma and in northeast India, they were brought to a few detention camps in undivided Bengal. Undivided Bengal means that included the present Bangladesh also. The main camp was located at Jikorgacha, which is in Jasor district of Bangladesh. Now in Bangladesh, at that time it was in undivided Bengal. That camp was called Jikorgacha. That was the largest camp. There were two other camps. One in Barasat. Barasat is a very well-known place. It is in South 24 Parganas in Bengal. It is still there. And another camp was in Neelganj. Neelganj is in Barakpur. Now, all these camps were temporary camps, detention camps run by the British Army and operated by the Eastern Command, which was run from Fort William, which functioned from Fort William. Now, when these Azad Hind soldiers were brought to the camps, and we must remember that the Azad Hind soldiers included not only those Indian British military personnel who crossed over to join Azad Hind Fauj, propelled by patriotism, feeling of patriotism. That also Azad Hind Fauj also included many civilians who were enlisted due to a rage of patriotism in them, in primarily in Southeast Asia like Singapore and all those places. So all those people were brought. They were then categorized on the basis of their loyalty to Azad Hind Fauj and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And this categorization was done by a method of color coding. Those who were most loyal to the Azad Hind Fauj and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose were termed as black, were color coded as black, and they were considered the most dangerous ones. Most of the blacks were sent outside, and some were kept there. And those who could be, persuaded by the British to make their loyalty a little bit fade away from Azadi Fauj and to the cause of the revolution, they were graded as grey. And the most, some people, some personnel were there who were enlisted in a, you can say, just like that they enlisted in the army. I mean, British Azadin Fauj. They were termed whites. So the British had a policy to color code them and categorize them, and then they were interrogated. After interrogation, they were categorized, and then they were kept in those camps, and they awaited their trial at Red Fort. Some were freed. Many people were freed also. Mostly the whites were freed. Now, on a fateful night of 25th September 1945, the Neelganj camp, which is in Barakpur. Now, we must remember that Barakpur had the most ancient of, oldest of British cantonment, British Army cantonment, and the largest also. And the first war of independence also started from Barakpur cantonment. Now, this camp, Neelganj camp, is situated around 5 kilometers before Barakpur. When you go from Barasat to Barakpur, it is first Neelganj camps and then comes Barakpur cantonment. Now, that Neelganj camp was situated in a deserted place. There was nothing around, just a few villages around some kilometers away. Those the British Indian Army people, sorry, the Azad Hind people, the Azad Hind Force people, they had some sort of interaction with the local people because they were regularly taken to a pond which was nearby, which was called a Muslim Pukur. Muslim Pukur. Pukur means a pond. That Muslim Pukur was just nearby the camp. They were taken to that Muslim Pukur for their daily bathing, etc., and washing, etc. So when they were taken with the help of sentries, guarded by the sentries, They raised slogans as Jai Netaji, Azadi Zindabad, Inqilab Zindabad, and all those things. So the people of the vicinity came to know them, and they were in contact with them. Now, what happened on 25th September 1945? The people of the surrounding villages heard machine gun fire for the whole night coming from the camp. They were perplexed, they were shocked, and on the in the morning when they rushed to the camp, they found the British army moving away trucks dumped with the bodies of Azad Hind Fauj people who were shot dead in a in a single night. They were shot dead, and it is believed that 2300 people, 2300 Azad Hind Fauj people were killed in a single night, because that was written in a document in a diary by none other than Colonel G.S. Dhillon, who was the hero of Red Fort trial. Colonel G.S. Dhillon wrote in his diary that in a single night 2300 people were killed. Now, I have found that document which mentions that such an incident took place on the night of 25th September 1945. I have submitted that document to government, and this document says that what happened is that 26 by 3 Madras regiment was guarding the complex. Captain E.R.R. Menon of Madras Regiment suddenly ordered a roll call on 25th September night, because there was some clamor in the cages. The Azadin Force people were kept in cages. Now, when he ordered them to fall in line, they defied the order. Now, what happened? He went out and he sounded the bell at quarter guard, and he again came back with his company. And in the melee that followed, the company afterwards said it was the captain who started the firing, and captain says it was the company which started the firing. And in the firing, they said the British, after they conducted a court of inquiry, a major general conducted a court of inquiry, he said that only 5 people died and 9 people were injured, but the number of shots fired were more than 200 and 250 shots were fired. So to kill only 5 people, so many number of shots need not be fired. So that was, there is something to be kept secret, there is something to be suppressed by the British army. And I request, because this something has happened there, there is a institute called Central Research Institute for Jute and Allied Fibers, which is standing at that place now. It comes under the ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. So I urge the government to build a memorial in recognition of the fallen martyrs of Azadin Fauj, who had come to free us, who had come to gain independence for us, the independence which we are now enjoying is due to such martyrs. So I would request with folded hands to the government to kindly erect a memorial in memoriam of those fallen soldiers. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.